News just broke that Gleyber Torres, now former New York Yankee, is heading to Detroit on a 1-year, $15 million deal. And actually, Jesse Rogers right here, I'm going to pull up this tweet. Jesse Rogers says it's a 1-year, $15 million contract. Obviously, Torres had a great ALCS after a bit of a down year. We'll talk about that. Apparently, he's the tweet saying he'll start at second base for Detroit, and John Hyman was the first with the agreement. So, kind of a few things here. I'm a little shocked that this is kind of the move. 1 year, $15 million for Gleyber. What's kind of showing to me is, well, one, the Tigers want to be more aggressive with it, but how they're being aggressive with their moves is interesting. They have a very crowded infield as it is now. They're going to have to make some decisions, and obviously they're going to go through a little bit of a change. And specifically, they've had guys over there in their infield like, Javi Baez, Trey Sweeney, Chase Young, Matt Verling, and that's kind of their group. But when you commit 1 year and $15 million to a dude, it feels like he's going to play. Like AJ Hinch has done a good job of being able to play his own matchups and get guys ride the kind of hot bat at times. But in this case, it looks like Torres is going to play, and he's going to play a decent amount here. So I want to talk like why I actually kind of like the move, but it's going to depend on how the Gleyber Torres, which Gleyber are we going to see? So if I continue on, if I pull this back up, this next part here that you guys are going to see is Gleyber's numbers last year. And this is month by month. And the reason why it's important, you saw in the last tweet that Gleyber, obviously, postseason ALCS, solid. Last year was kind of a down year for him until September. Really, you look at his numbers. He had 15 homers on the year. In March, April, was only 3 games in March or whatever it was, 4 games in March. But April, no home runs. May, June, you're seeing not the most success. But then that month of September was his best month. It's kind of like things started to click for him, where he had an OPS over 850, had 3 home runs, but 13 RBIs, had 10 walks to 21 strikeouts, so almost a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, 6 doubles, 36 hits is the big thing for me. 36 hits in the month of September. So this is kind of the Gleyber Torres when you're looking at it. Talented player, whether it was the player that people wanted to hate in New York and he didn't live up to the expectations, very inconsistent. I think that that's something that you want to watch. But when I'm looking at it, I go, if he can play like he did down the stretch, Gleyber Torres is an upgrade for the Tigers. But then it kind of leads to, what is the full plan going to be? I think, again, if you are committing that much money, you're having Gleyber play as an everyday type of guy. And then you have to live with, could he be the guy that could hit 20-some home runs? Or are you going to see a guy last year, a little less offense, but still 15 home runs, but a guy that maybe can start to swing it a little bit and try to find his way on base? So that's number one you're going to have to look at. Then number 2 is, what the hell are the Tigers going to do now? And are they out on Alex Bregman?